Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. To our hearts this morning. What a beautiful day. It's raining here, but it's still a beautiful day because you're all here. And thank you. Thank you for coming in to say good morning. So going into our hearts, slow down the breath. When you breathe in, just fully take that breath in. Nothing else matters right now. Just release all of the thoughts, all of the busyness, all the distractions. Focus on that breath. What does that do when you pull it all the way down into your lungs? Really fill up the lungs with air. Now hold it. And slowly release it, very slowly. Get all of it out of your lungs. When you think there's it's all gone. Just try pushing some more air out. Now fill it back up again. Breathe in through your nose. Take it all the way into your lungs. As you're doing this, your body starts to relax. Your mind starts to really focus on what you're doing. And as it does so, focus on love, on compassion, maybe holding somebody there in your heart, or holding a place in your heart that needs uplifting today. Maybe there's someone special that's going through a challenge. Whatever it might be, just pull the compassion into your heart and say, I love you. Give love to yourself. Give love to the divine. And give love to others. And when you breathe out that compassion, that love, that caring. Let others know that you recognize them, you acknowledge them, you see them as spirit, not as this human shell that changes and grows and ages, but you see that spirit inside that's like this little fairy, just so happy and joyful and in touch with what's real, just love. And now one more breath in. Let's do it one more time. Breathing in slowly. Holding that energy like it's a hug. Just envision you've been given a virtual hug. And then release it out. And let's pay attention to who all is here that was involved in giving you that love. Like our Suzanne Millard that came in, Andrea Gregg, Marietta, oh, our beautiful heart lady, and our Christina with all the colorful, wonderful hearts. Good morning, good morning. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting the pod in the way that you do, with prayers, with love, with talking to each other, sharing with each other, holding each other in love, and being the cheerleader for each other. When we live our lives and we go through things, especially hard times, don't you want a cheerleader? I do. I want somebody saying, you've got this. You can do this. Because, I have doubts too. I have insecurities. I have questions as I go along the way. I have no doubt about the journey that I'm on, but certain things that happen along the way, there's sometimes questions that come up, sometimes an energy of, is this what I'm supposed to do? Am I on the right track? Was I supposed to do this? Did I miss something? Am I not fully being there for those who need me? So yeah, I have those doubts and insecurities, and I need the cheerleading. And every morning when I come in here with all of you, I get that. I get the cheerleading. I get those of you who come in every day and say, I just love you. And just loving somebody unconditionally in that way makes all the difference, you guys. It makes all the difference in whether I'm able to get up in the morning and turn this show on and say hello to you, or if I want to pull that cover up and go back to bed. But every day I rise up and I say, it's a great day to have a great day, because I know that you're there. I know that I'm going to come in here and I'm going to see these wonderful names that represent this family that we have built. We built this family, and we built it on love. We built it on faith. We built it on trust. And when one is hurting, we're all hurting. So Blue, I see your message. It rains and Pocky is fretting about something. It was a restless sleep last night for sure. The energies are up. There's so much going on in the solar system. There's the sun flares that everyone's talking about that are the biggest we've ever had. So yeah, there is a lot going on, Blue. Rosalind, good morning to one of our West Coast people. Hello, hello. And Rosalind, I've been thinking about you. I know California is going through a big struggle right now. There's wildfires, you guys, that we need to pay attention to the people in that area. And I reached out to our Sonia yesterday because I think one or both of those huge wildfires are right where she lives. And I know she had to evacuate either last year or year before last because the fire got so close to their home. And I hear that this one is pretty bad and going into Oregon even. So let's lift up all of those that live in that beautiful area of Mount Shasta and the surrounding towns where this fire is right now. Don't we wish we could send some of this rain out that way and help out with putting out the wildfires? That would be awesome to send it coast to coast. Blue says, here come the Fae, wearing big lush boots, puddle stomping, rut row. Indeed, they have fun when it rains, don't they? I see them with little umbrellas sometimes when it rains. And they're like, what is this stuff falling on my head? So yeah, the Fae they're actually enjoying the rain, I think, today. Here in New York, it's kind of like a soft rain. It's not raining hard, but it's constant. So I think they're having fun out there playing in the rain. And maybe there's a little swimming pool that they can dive into and really enjoy. Oh, I think they're snorkeling, Blue. At least yours are. So anyway, let's get to Kuan Yin on this Morning Cuppa JoY and getting closer and closer to our gathering together for the Changes Retreat in October. So very excited about it. And Rosalind, I'm going to be reaching out to you today because I'm putting together a class to teach Karuna Ki Reiki. So I'm so excited about that. And I don't know if it's going to happen at the retreat. It may be after the retreat, but we are going to have Zoom opportunities for any of you who can't be in Vermont. You can Zoom in to the workshops that are going on, and we have amazing workshops, wonderful presenters, and let's just all gather, whether we're there live or on Zoom. You have that opportunity to learn from some really great master teachers. Kathy says, even though we have a leak in our roof, I choose to see the rain as a blessing of holy water from heaven, giving us good fortune. Yes, indeed. Just put that bucket and fill it up. All right. And Rosalind, I feel like there's going to be another visit with you. So even if we do it over Zoom, I'll be there live with you at some point in California. I feel that. All right. Kuan Yin, what does she have to say today? I loved the one from yesterday. If you missed yesterday's show, we talked about play and how important play is. Did any of you play yesterday? Did you have an opportunity to just do something fun? If you watched a couple of the lives that I did yesterday, you'll know that I was at the powwow in Shinnecock, New York, and the Shinnecock Indians are there, and they really put on a great powwow. I wish I had experienced more of it through the week. It was 4 days, but yesterday there was a dance competition, and that's what I filmed. I did a live during that dance competition, and wow, just so amazing. It was over 80 degrees. It was so hot. We were all sweating. And here they were dressed out in their native costumes, headdresses on their heads, and the leather outfits they were wearing. I know they were hot. They had to be hot, dancing for as long as they did. But I got caught up in their excitement. I didn't even feel the heat until after they were done. And then I thought, wow, how did they do that in all that heat? But that's what they do. And when you are in that state of mind of this is my passion, this is what I do, you don't really notice the elements. You don't notice anything other than what's going on in that moment. And I've been in that place. I've been in the sweat lodge where it's like so super hot and your wall-to-wall bodies as you're sitting in the sweat lodge, but you don't even notice the heat. I had the thought that I couldn't do it. I had that moment of doubt, and I had to do it. I got to do it because I wanted to participate in what was going on at the Sundance that I had attended last year in South Dakota. So for me to participate in the other events, I had to face that fear. I had to face that doubt and know in my heart it was going to be okay, that I was going to be taken care of, that the angels were not going to let anything happen to me. So I went into that sweat lodge and I sat there and we drummed and we sang. And honestly, you guys, I really seriously did not feel the heat. I felt the energy. And when we are so caught up in our passion, when we're so caught up in our purpose and doing that which is going to raise us up to our highest level of vibration, that highest frequency we can reach, everything else falls away. It seriously does. If we're focused on what we're doing, if we squirrel and we look at things and we get distracted and our thoughts take us to that place of, it's really hot in here, or, you can't sustain in this heat. All of those thoughts, those negative thoughts that are going to try to come in, if we pay attention to that, then we totally lose the sense of connection. And it's that way with anything we do spiritually, whether you're meditating, praying, coaching somebody or being coached, whether you're just holding conversation and holding space with a friend who's going through something. If you're so distracted by the thoughts or the scrolling or, somebody said something and so off we go on this tangent, then you're not getting the full benefit of that connection. When we're holding space for somebody, it means just that. We're going to hold that space. We're not going to be off somewhere doing 10 different things. We're focused in on what's at hand, the task at hand. And it's a beautiful thing to have that connection. Multitasking is wonderful out in the world. I do it all the time. I can do like 5 or 6 things and pay attention to what I'm doing. But if I'm seriously connected in with my higher self and doing what I know is my task at that moment, that scrolling is not my friend. That looking at other things, that's not going to help any. Every night when I sit with the angels and write the blog that they've had me writing all year, since day one, January 1st of 2022, they told me I would be sitting with them and they would be giving me a message. I knew that that was going to be my task every night. So as I sit with them, everything else goes, everything. There can't be a conversation being held. There can't be me constantly looking at my phone or scrolling through the internet. It has to be sitting and listening and participating in the conversation that's being held with myself and the angels. So anytime you want to go deeper, make a commitment to go deeper. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about at the retreat, is making a commitment and seeing, am I ready for this? Am I ready to commit to a deeper walk in my spiritual journey? Because honestly, you guys, that's all that matters. Love is all that matters. And we are love. We were made of love. We were infused with love. And when we squirrel away from anything other than love, then we're not having that connection, that beautiful connection with our higher self. Good morning, Annie Banani. Good morning, Deirdre. Good morning, Joanne Castillo. All right, so let me read the Kuan Yin, because I know some of you have to go to work. What will you choose now? Now, you guys, I pulled this card. It kind of jumped out of the deck before the show started. I didn't look at it. I turned it upside down with this picture showing. Had no idea what it was going to say. But the message from Kuan Yin today is, what will you choose now? You always have this moment in between all that has been in the past and all that can be in the future. There is this moment, a space where you have absolute power of choice. So why not allow yourself to choose peace, to choose trust, and to fall in love with your life? Kuan Yin has spoken. And that's it. That's the bottom line. What will you choose now? Every moment of every day, we make a choice. Every moment is not chosen for us. We might think that. We might think, oh, somebody else is fixing my food. Somebody else is, telling me what I have to do. But it's our choice. Are we going to eat that food? Are we going to do what that person says we have to do? Or are we going to choose to stand in our divine authority and our divine authenticity of being spirit? You are a spirit being, first and foremost. There is nothing that says you're a spirit being on Sundays only, or at these times only, when you're in meditation maybe. You're a spirit being all the time. And I think that sometimes is what's not really acknowledged, that at any given moment, get in touch with, what would your spirit do? What would your higher self do? In each situation, what would my higher self do if I'm caught up in some type of chaos or turmoil? Let me get rid of this troll. That's what my higher self says to do. So thank you for being with us today, Shivjut. But we are saying goodbye to you. Okay. So there it is. Bottom line, we make choices. And how do we come to those choices? Do we listen to what somebody else says that we should do? You shoulda, all of those shoulda, woulda, couldas. They are not our friend, people. They are not our friend. When you stand in your divine authority, it means you are listening to your higher self. You are in a moment of being guided, not led, not told what to do, but being guided for what's your best and highest good, for what's going to take you back to who you truly are from the very beginning. We come into this existence and we live for ever how many years we live here on this planet. having the experiences that we chose to have. We chose lessons before we even incarnated. So who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to the ego, which has been formed and fed by humans, by those who had probably your best interest at heart, but some that didn't? Or are you going to listen to your higher self, who's always there, ready to talk when you let it, ready to listen, ready to comfort, ready to guide, and always has your best interest at heart? Your heart will never lie to you. When you go into when I'm talking about, I say go into your heart, it's not your physical heart that beats. That heart's beautiful. It certainly is what we need and have to have in our human body to survive. But our high heart, this place right here, that's where we feel, that's where we know and we communicate with our true being. And that's where we get that feeling. So if you go into your heart, this part of you, and you ask a question, you're going to feel the answer. There's going to be something tugging, something that says, yes, this is good, this resonates, this is in alignment. Or it's going to be, oh, don't you dare do that, because that's not going to turn out well. I had a dream last night. It was a very lucid dream, and I was doing something that I knew I wasn't supposed to do. And I was doing it anyway. Haven't taken it apart and looked at it and analyzed it yet. But in that dream state, even as I was doing this thing that I knew was not going to end well, I knew that that wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. I felt a tightness in my chest, and I knew it was like a knowingness. No, don't do it. You're not supposed to do that, because it's not in alignment with who you truly are. So you guys, we have this knowingness, we have this teaching, we have this ability to connect in, just like plugging into an outlet. We have that in every given moment. Good morning, Oksana. Good morning, Rochelle. So happy to see all of you here. And I've been preaching this morning. So I have been off in this wonderful world of connecting with spirit. And it just kind of took over this morning. So I'm so happy that you all were here to just be in that energy. Because when spirit gives us a message, it's never for just one of us. Never, ever, ever. If you get a message, don't even think that it's just you, because that's a separation thought that's caught up in the illusion that, nobody else is connected to me. When you get a thought and a guidance, it's for all of us. And that's what I have come to realize. And that's why when spirit tells me something, when it guides me in a certain way, I have to share it. And I have to share the good and the bad and the ugly, because that's how we learn. We learn from each other. We, as I said before, we're cheerleaders for each other for whatever we're going through. So look at that in your own life. If you're holding on to something, maybe spirit's guided you to write something or to speak something, it's not just a message for you. It's a message for all of us. And here's our Mama Hada Bear. Good morning, Kathleen. So I've been talking, and I see it's time to put our prayers in. So anybody that has things going on, maybe there's a loved one that needs help, that needs us all to wrap our arms of love around them, or it's a situation wherever you are, just please type that in the comments. And I think I'm going to read the Kuan Yin card one more time if my voice will let me. It feels like there's clearing that's happening. So I think the message that was shared this morning, maybe there's someone who heard it and you're resisting it. Are you feeling that? Anybody feeling that you're resisting that message? Because when we know that we're to do something, or we know that we're not to do something, then we have that feeling inside. And the high heart, it encompasses the throat chakra. The throat chakra is all about communication. So if you are told not to do something and you're thinking about doing it anyway, or you begin to do it anyway, or you do it anyway, then there's something that will choke you up. You have to clear it. You have to look at it and say, am I going to do it? Am I going to do that, even though I know it's not going to be good? So it feels like there's some resistance happening. And let's just look at that. Just take a breath in. And as you breathe that in, what's going on? Somebody is really, really fighting this message and resisting it. So I'm asking whoever that is, if you're feeling your throat that you need to cough, you need to clear, you need to look at something in your life that you've been told either to do or not to do. Just look at that. Breathe in. Breathe into your high heart. And now breathe that breath out. And if there's more clearing, and clear your throat, cough, whatever you need to do, just expand out that energy in the throat. See it expanding out. And breathe in. And let that resistance out. Let it out. Don't hold on to it. Don't keep struggling with should I, shouldn't I? Do I want to do this? Do I not do this? It's all about commitment, people. That's the bottom line. Are you going to do what you know to do? Are you not going to do those things that you know not to do? That's not in alignment with you? All right, so let's see what prayers we have. Along with prayers for all humans, Gaia, and world peace, could we please keep human trafficking on the list as well? Every day, Deirdre. Every day. When I was at the powwow yesterday, there was a sign that caught my eye. And it was, trying to remember how the wording was. I think it was keep our sisters safe or something like that. And it's talking about human trafficking, to have more awareness about it, to always be aware of what's going on around you. Joanne, prayers for your husband, John, going through a lot of internal struggles. Yes, let's lift John up. Annie 7, my great niece Ashley is going in the hospital tomorrow at 12 Central Time to give birth to my great niece. Prayers for her, please, and thank you. We certainly will. And Christina, prayers for all experiencing injustices, cruelty, poverty, illness, and grief. May people be able to look forward as well as inward to bring positive changes in our community and world. Thank you for that prayer, Christina. And absolutely, let's pray for that. And Blue said, actually, I did have fun yesterday. It was interesting being me and going to Nordstrom's with the Fae. Being in the 3D world for a bit in a big way with this energy was joyful. I met folks who needed to talk about ascension stuff. I told them all about all my Nordstrom great experiences across the country over the years. Though I am so exhausted from working in my divine self in all that energy yesterday, I am so glad to be back here, though. I still have to get shoes. The Fae liked the navy dress with no shoes. Even Kat, the sales girl, and the alteration seamstress liked it without shoes. Fae put a crown on my head. Maybe you can have somebody paint henna shoes for you, and you can go barefoot. I like that idea. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Let's do some clearing. That's what I'm hearing. I think some has already been done. I can feel that now. But there's still some left, some remnants of it. So as I was saying before, I'm going to read the card and then we'll do the meditation and prayer. What will you choose now? You always have this moment in between all that has been in the past and all that can be in the future. There is this moment, a space where you have absolute power of choice. So why not allow yourself to choose peace, to choose trust, and to fall in love with your life? I love this card today. So take a breath in. And if you feel like you have to cough or clear your throat with that breath, go ahead and do that. And remember what the discussion was earlier, that when you're doing a task, such as meditating or praying or holding conversation, which is what we're doing right now with spirit, everything else just has to fade to the background. You're still going to have thoughts. We can't turn our thoughts off, but you can bring a focus to one thought. Let that one thought be love today. Let that one thought be, I am breathing in love. I am breathing out love. So just pull that energy right into your high heart. Let it sit there for a moment. Just be inundated in love. Let love be what guides you. Let it be that feeling that says, yes, you can. Let it be your cheerleader. Now breathe out, letting out everything else except love. And take a deep breath in with your nose and ask yourself the question, am I committed? Am I all in with getting in touch with my higher self to be guided, to be seen and heard, to be fully aware of my spiritual being? Now breathe out. If you got your answer, yay. If the answer was anything other than, yes, I am all in, then take another breath in. And if you're not fully committed, what's holding you back? So ask that question. What's holding me back from clearing everything else from my life and just being? Just be. Be the powerful being that you are. And breathe out. And if you didn't get an answer, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. It takes time sometimes for us to come to an understanding about our life path, our journey here. But if you are ready to let go of whatever that is that's holding you back, then state that. State it out loud, state it to yourself, state it to another person. It doesn't matter. The commitment that you're making is only for you. It's not for anybody else. But if you are committed totally to living your life as a spiritual being to the greatest fulfillment that it can be, then say your yes. Yes, I am committed. Yes, I am ready. Yes, I am doing everything that I'm feeling in my heart I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just feeling into the energy. I feel some that are up on that springboard, wanting to jump into the pool, wanting to be all in, totally submerged in who you are, totally filled with that beautiful love energy. But some are wavering, some are scared, some are backing off of the springboard, not quite ready to jump yet. And some of you are diving in, just taking that plunge into who you are. Thank you to all of you. Those who are honest with yourself, those who are just not there yet, and that's okay. It's okay to be exactly where you are. You are accepted no matter what. So take another breath in. Feel your energy. Is it full? Are you full of love right now? Are there still some insecurities and still some doubts? You can go to this place at any moment. Remember what Kuan Yin said, that every moment we're making choices. What will you choose now, in this now moment? When we look to the past, there may be some regrets, there may be sadness, there may be insecurities. When we're looking forward, thinking about what might happen, there may be anxiety or stress. But if you stay in the very moment we're in, this moment, it's only love. Everything is working perfectly. Let's give some gratitude. I'm so grateful to every one of you that were here today. I love you so very much. I want only the best for you. And sometimes, as I think of the family and I think of those who are struggling every day with things that are going on and not willing to take that jump off the springboard, my heart just pours love into you. And when I think of those that are swimming around in the swimming pool, who have taken that dive, who are just in their joyful moments, my heart sends love to you. You're totally wrapped up and immersed in my heart love every moment of every day. I love you so much. And I want only the best for you, where everything is working perfectly, where every moment is joy. So stay there in that place in your heart, and let's love each other as we send the love out to the prayer requests that are lifted up every day. And we send that love to each other. Let's do that now. On the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. And if you said your yes, put that in there too. Yes. Thank you. I love you. I love the yeses. Yes, yes, yes. we're going to get out of here with a little bit of Leo. We have time to do that before the top of the hour. Oh, I see you. I see the yes. Thank you. Thank you. So let me grab Alexa and get our Leo going. Suzanne, there you are. Hi, darling. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you to all who jumped off the diving board. All of you who are really submerged in who you are and want to grow as that beautiful spirit that you are. I love you.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on a mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead. Wherever means up there, we create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the choice is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today is a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team, and you can side with us. There is always no space in the pot for more love. Take a spot to get the day started. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Cuppa full of joy. Cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa. Give me cuppa joy. 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 Give me cuppa joy.
Woo! Woo! Stay in your heart. Breath. I love you all so much. I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.